Morning, everyone. My name is Peter Tabbins. I'm the MPP for Toronto-Danforth, and I'm the NDP's Energy and Climate Action Critic. I want to note that I'm joined here this morning by my colleague, MPP Wayne Gates from Niagara. I'm proud to be here today with representatives from Canada's largest union in the private sector. Unifor represents more than 320,000 workers in every major area of the economy, including almost 14,000 members in the energy and chemical sector. It's my pleasure to introduce Unifor's National President, Lana Payne. Lana, it's all yours.
Thank you, Peter, and good morning, everyone. I want to thank Peter for that introduction and obviously for hosting us here today. We need more MPPs just like him who are allies with energy workers. Your support is greatly appreciated. As Peter said, my name is Lana Payne, and I'm the National President of Unifor. Unifor is Canada's energy workers' union. We represent 15,000 members working in oil and gas extraction, natural gas distribution, electric utilities, chemical and plastics production, nuclear energy, and petroleum refineries. I'm joined today by Unifor's Ontario Regional Director, Sami Ahashi, and the energy workers representative on Unifor's national governing body, our National Executive Board, Dirk Tolman. They will also be speaking this morning. But I'm also proudly joined by a number of Unifor staff who oversee the energy sector for our union, as well as Unifor's leaders from Energy Locals here in Ontario. And I want to start by thanking them for their commitment to making their workplaces and communities safer. A big welcome to Doug Carter, Local 975, Enbridge, Shane Horn, Local 593, Petro-Canada Lubricants, and Stephanie Cronin and Ryan Coombs from Local 8833, also Enbridge. Today, we are publicly launching our Keep It in the Pipe campaign to highlight the role our members play and must play in methane leak mitigation. We're also asking for your support. Methane is a dangerous and powerful greenhouse gas if it is allowed to leak out of our natural gas infrastructure. The key here is to prevent the leaks. Our members work hard every single day to identify and stop these leaks and keep methane in the pipe. They are energy workers, but their work fixing leaks is climate work too. And by keeping it in the pipe, we know this will have an impact on reducing emissions. Reducing leaks means reducing emissions. It's as simple as that. Unfortunately, our members are reporting that these critical jobs are being cut and dangerous leaks are going unfixed for days, weeks, and sometimes months. This campaign calls on the public to support Unifor's demands for stronger, more active public regulation, more investment in leak mitigation, and good permanent union jobs to do this work. Our local unions have done everything they can to highlight these issues in their workplaces, but a single union, company, or government official cannot do this alone. It takes all of us. I want to thank Peter for recognizing this and for going above and beyond to help us get this message out. But we need everyone at the table to take stock of the problems and implement solutions. Federal, provincial, local regulators and our employers should be working together with unionized workers who have the skills and knowledge to get the job done. Over the coming months, Unifor will be meeting with politicians at all levels, the public and companies, to outline our concerns, push forward our demands, and advance the worker perspective on the state of our energy, chemical, and plastics infrastructure. Natural gas companies are making record profits right now, so there is no lack of money to support high-quality infrastructure investment. And there's certainly no lack of money to employ the energy workers needed to inspect, audit, and fix that infrastructure. Please go to keepitinthepipe.ca to learn about methane leaks and send an email to our governments demanding more support for the workers who deal with methane while helping to support their campaign to keep it in the pipe. Right now, I'm going to turn the floor over to Sami Ahashi to take a closer look at the case here in Ontario.
Thank you, Lana. It's probably no surprise that Ontario's has an aging natural gas infrastructure. Ignoring the problem will not solve the problem. There are specific and real consequences for inaction. These consequences include growing safety risk to our communities, negative impacts on the health of our members, and of course, runaway climate change. I want to talk for a second about what we call run to fail, and that is increasingly being deployed as an option in the maintenance of Ontario's gas and chemical infrastructure. The run to fail option being reported to us by our members in the gas sector is this. Rather than proactively maintaining pipelines or repairing small failures, companies are increasingly calculating the risk of saving short-term costs on repairs in favor of dealing with major failure. Because that's the problem for another day, another fiscal quarter, some future manager or CEO, some future premier who may bail them out. The so-called risk mitigation strategy is negligent and must be abandoned. Instead, we must demand proper investment in the maintenance for the avoidance of infrastructure failure from the owners of natural gas. Such investment is affordable and necessary to limit methane leaks and keep it in the pipe. I will now turn it over to Dirk Tolman to explain what this campaign means to workers on the ground.
Thanks for that overview, Samia. My name is Dirk Tolman. I'm the Energy Council representative on the Unifor National Executive Board, and I work for Suncor Energy in Fort McMurray, Alberta. When companies put risk management or run to fail first instead of safety, it means skilled workers are not only in dangerous situations, but also workers would be laid off. Many of our employees are staffing to the absolute minimum levels. Look no further than Enbridge in Toronto, who last year eliminated evening and overnight shifts who deal with emergency response to gas leaks. Just let that sink in for a second. If there is a gas line emergency overnight in Canada's most populous city, there is no full-time gas worker on shift to take the call. That is not just a problem for Ontario, we're seeing it across the country. This is obviously a safety issue for the public, but it also poses a serious health and safety risk for gas workers who eventually get called to these leaks that have been ignored by the company for who knows how long. Rather than cutting staff and running gas lines to fail, we're proposing to make maintenance and upgrading of Canada's gas infrastructure a regulatory priority. In doing so, Canada can protect the public and also protect and secure more good union jobs. By maintaining and growing the in-house unionized workers with skills to do this work, we can ensure the job is done right the first time. We have the skill to identify a problem and keep it in the pipe. It's as simple as that. Thank you.
Thank you, Samia and Dirk. And now if there's any questions from the media, we're happy to take them. Nope. Okay, great. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. And remember, keepitinthepipe.ca to learn more about our campaign and support energy workers all across this country. Thanks very much.